Hello, today's topic will be on the vegetation belts of Nigeria. Before we continue with the teaching of today, let's draw the map together. Okay, we are done with the sketch map of Nigeria. What is vegetation? Vegetation is collection of different plants found in a place, while vegetation belt is a particular kind of vegetation that is found in a place. Now, Nigeria is divided into three major vegetation belts, and they are forests, forest belts, savanna, and montane. The forest vegetation is divided into two. The first one is mangrove forests, and rainforests. For savanna, savanna is divided into three. The first one is Guinea Savannah, Sudan Savannah, and Sahel Savannah. So the major zones here, vegetation zones of Nigeria here, they are forest, savanna, and montane. But forest is divided into mangrove and rainforest or tropical forest. Then you have savanna, which is divided into Guinea Savannah, Sudan Savannah, Sahel Savannah. Montane does not have types. Okay. Now, this vegetation belt will be discussing where they are found, their characteristics, their importance. We are also going to be explaining problems associated with forest exploitation, as well as solutions to the problems. So stay to the end of this video. Before we continue with the lesson, kindly click on the like button, subscribe so that you will know when we drop new videos, and share, because there are lots of students that would benefit from this topic. Okay, now let's start with mangrove forests. What are those things that you will see, and you will also actually know that, oh, this is a mangrove forest. This is mangrove forest. I'll put the key there so it won't be confusing. Should use slash for mangrove forest. Mangrove forest. Mangrove forest is found in places like Delta, Uyo, Rivers, Lagos, and even Calabar. These are the states where mangrove forests can be found. What are the characteristics of mangrove forest? Mangrove forest has tall, woody trees. It has area roots. Area roots are those kind of roots that are found on the surface of the soil, where they can absorb nutrients and moisture from the air. The roots are not buried inside the ground. Another thing about mangrove forest is that the leaves are broad and evergreen. Mangrove forest, trees that can be found here, they include raffia palm, red mangrove, white mangrove. These are the kind of trees that can be found in mangrove forests. Importance of mangrove forest. First, raffia palm can be used for basket making, bag making, and even palm wine can be gotten from raffia palm. White mangrove and red mangrove can be used for construction of furniture in the house. Now, fishing activity is done in mangrove forest. Farming activities, like especially mangrove rice, is important, and it is done in mangrove forest. So we are done with mangrove forest. Let's go to the next one, which is rainforest or tropical rainforest. Let's use dot 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 for it. Rainforest. Location of rainforest. Tropical rainforests can be found in places like Benin, Sapele, Warri, Abeokuta, Ondo. Characteristics of tropical rainforest: the leaves are broad and evergreen. Now the trees come in strata, that's upper, middle, and lower.
It has different species of plants like creepers, epiphytes that grow on other plants, especially on the branches and trunks of the trees for support, but do not have negative effect on either the branches of the trees or other plants on which they get their support from.
Now it has different species of trees like Iroko, Obeche, Opepe, Mahogany, African walnut. These are different species of trees that are found in tropical rainforests. Tropical rainforest also has buttress roots. What are the importance of tropical rainforest? Trees like Iroko, Obeche can be used for lumbering. Now it provides employment for lumbermen. Farming activities like cocoa especially can be done in tropical rainforests. The wood from forest is used as source of fuel. Okay, now these are some of the importance of tropical rainforests. Then the next one is Guinea Savannah. Let's map it out. It can be found in places like Niger, Kogi, Benue, and in fact, all of the states in this region, Kwara, in Ilorin. These are some of the states where Guinea Savannah can be found. Characteristics of Guinea Savannah. Guinea Savannah is the largest vegetation belt in Nigeria. It has few scattered grasses. Some of the trees found include isobelina, date palm, shea butter, and so on and so forth. Trees in Guinea Savannah is deciduous. What it means is that these trees shed off their leaves during dry season and regrow them again during the rainy season. Grasses during dry season is brown in color and green again during rainy season. Those are some of the characteristics of Guinea Savannah. I didn't talk about the importance of Guinea Savannah because I'll be talking about the importance of all the Savannah together. Sudan Savannah. This is the location of Sudan Savannah. They can be found in places like Sokoto, Kano, Kaduna, Bauchi. Okay, these are some of the states where Sudan Savannah can be found. Characteristics of Sudan Savannah. It has short, numerous grasses. It has short, scattered, deciduous trees. Plants include acacia, date palm, baobab. Some of these trees found in Sudan Savannah have thorns, while others have thick barks. The next one, that's that side that is not shaded, is Sahel Savannah. Sahel Savannah. Sahel Savannah can be found in places like Damaturu and Meduguri. Characteristics of Sahel Savannah. It has short, scanty grasses. It has short, scanty trees. It has many drought-resistant trees or plants. Popular trees that can be found in Sahel Savannah, they are date palm, acacia, Arabic gum. Those are some of the important or popular trees that can be found in Sahel Savannah. Importance of Savannah. First, there is livestock activity, farming. is possible because of the presence of grasses. There's employment opportunity for cattle bearers. Firewood can be gotten from Sahel Savannah. There's also game reserve in states like Bauchi. Those are the importance of savanna vegetation in Nigeria. The last vegetation belt I'll be discussing today is montane vegetation. Montane vegetation is found in mountainous areas like Jos and Adamawa. This is Jos here. So this is a montane vegetation. I said they are found where? In Jos and Adamawa. Okay. Characteristics of montane vegetation. It is associated with highland. It has grasses at the leeward side of the mountain and trees, green vegetation at the windward side of the mountain. It has short, scattered, and deciduous trees. Don't forget I said deciduous trees are those kind of trees that shed their leaves during the dry season and regrow them during the rainy season. It has varied trees at the windward side of the mountain. Importance of montane vegetation. Livestock production can be carried out on montane vegetation, especially transhumance. Cultivation of crops also takes place on montane vegetation. Montane vegetation serve as site for educational and scientific research. Montane vegetation also acts as windbreaks when there is strong winds as it protects plants and settlements behind or beside it. Tourism and recreation can be carried out on montane because of the beautiful sight of montane vegetation. Okay? Let's talk about the problems as well as solutions associated with forest exploitation. So let's talk about the problems of vegetation exploitation. The first one is soil erosion. If there's excessive cutting down of trees, what happens is that it leaves the soil bare, exposing it to wind and water erosion. Okay, that's washing away the topsoil. The next one is soil leaching. Soil leaching is when there's exposure of the soil leading to washing away of the nutrients of the topsoil below the surface of the soil. Depletion of forest products. Excessive forest exploitation can lead to the reduction in the supply of valuable trees like Iroko. Then disappearance of wildlife. When there's cutting down of trees, what happens is that some of these wildlife like monkey, lion, tiger, snakes, what they do is that they either move to other forests or go into extinction. These are some of the problems of vegetation exploitation. Let's talk about the solution. Don't forget I told you that when you're talking about the problem and solution, the solution must be commensurate to the problems. Okay, you don't just list solution. What are the solution of soil erosion? For soil erosion, once there's cutting down of trees, what happens is that there should be replacement or replanting of new trees so that it will reduce soil erosion in places where trees have been cut off. For soil leaching, there should be replacement of trees when cut down and also cover crops. There should be planting of cover crops to avoid soil leaching. Depletion of forest products. Now there should be selective logging, not just cutting down of trees indiscriminately. For the solution of disappearance of wildlife, there should be protection of wildlife, forests, and also there should be law against indiscriminate hunting of wildlife in our forests. That way, there will be disappearance of wildlife. In today's lesson, we have talked about the vegetation belts of Nigeria. We started with the definition of forest, definition of a forest belt, classification of the forest belt in Nigeria or zones, their characteristics, importance, and problems associated with the vegetation of forest exploitation, as well as solutions to these problems. We have come to the end of this lesson live. comment, subscribe, and share so that it will reach more people. See you in my next video for more exciting geography lessons. Bye.